This segment brought to you by Kansas Farm Bureau, the voice of agriculture. To join today or more information, go to kfb.org or find us on Facebook and Twitter. Back again. I really like our easy chairs.
But he can't be still. Have you noticed that? It's just like a kid on a piano stool or a bar stool or something. He's over there swinging. And
If I wouldn't unhook the mic, I'd probably spin around.
I know you would. Oh, my Lord.
The mic can go somewhere.
Okay, so this next story is really, really special to me, very dear to my heart. Of course, we marked July 4th yesterday. So this is sort of a July 4th story talking about the Declaration of Independence. And of course, the Declaration of Independence took a while to be signed and ratified. We used the 4th as the date, but it wasn't quite that succinct or, that efficient. It took a few days. So I think it's appropriate that we mark the 4th with this story. And it's about the time that Norman Lear visited Kansas with a copy of the Declaration of Independence. And I want to preface this story by saying my grandfather, that I was very close to, World War I veteran, served under Eisenhower in World War I at Gettysburg, at Camp Colt, Gettysburg, when Eisenhower was the camp commander there. I think it was a tank unit in Gettysburg. And so my grandfather was stationed there, met Ike, and Ike signed his discharge. Grandpa got a medical discharge, and he signed his discharge. So that's the little preface to this story. I think you'll like it. In 2000, Lyn and Norman Lear purchased a rare original copy of the Declaration of Independence with the goal of bringing the people's document directly to the American people. During the decade that the Lears owned and toured the document, it traveled to some 100 cities in all 50 states, plus the District of Columbia, with special stops at the 2002 Winter Olympic Games in Salt Lake City, the Super Bowl in New Orleans, the Daytona 500 NASCAR race, Mount Rushmore, and the Oklahoma City National Memorial, along with visits to more than a half dozen presidential libraries. I saw it in Abilene. At the opening reception at the Eisenhower Presidential Library, Norman Lear spoke of his experiences as a young Marine in the South Pacific during World War II. He spoke of his admiration for Eisenhower. Then Ike's granddaughter Anne spoke, eloquently, about her grandfather. After the program, I made my way to her and said, "I know you're tired of hearing this. My grandfather served with your grandfather in World War I. Of all the things I have done in my life, none would make him prouder than to know I am standing here with you." She hugged me, was gracious, and replied, "I never get tired of hearing these stories." Tears ran down my face as Norman Lear, who had not heard our conversation, turned to join us. He thought the exhibit had caused my tears, and while I was moved, it was the thought of my grandpa that had turned me to mush. Norman Lear said, "Look at you." He took my face in his hands, brushed the tears, kissed my cheeks again and again. I was too touched by his gesture to speak. The man who brought us all in the Family and Maude was standing in the Eisenhower Presidential Library, brushing the tears from my face and comforting me. This is a great country.
I'm Frank.
I'm Deb.
And we'll see you somewhere
Around Kansas.
Closed captioning brought to you by Ag Promo Source. Together we grow. Learn more at agpromosource.com.
Homemade ice cream. Let me tell you, Kansas is more than tonight.